The two biggest parts of the brain too, and I illustrated them here again, just to simplify it, to make it, help it make more sense to people. The biggest areas that we focus on with mental fitness are the prefrontal cortex, which is the last part of your brain that develops around the age of 25. That's the most evolved part of your brain that is involved with critical thinking, working memory, comprehension, creativity, problem solving, empathy, emotional regulation, impulse control, that really operates the best when stress is reduced. So cortisol and stress throw off this part of your brain. And part of the reason is because the stress response of your brain is your amygdala, and they kind of work opposite each other. So when one is triggered, the other one kind of has the energy sucked away from it. So your amygdala is the unconscious part of your brain. So that triggers first to any sort of stimulus or perceived threat. And that is linked to long-term memory as well. So that's why it's really easy to develop biases and triggers and not really be conscious of them, because of that fear response, because of that stress response. And the only way to really calm your amygdala is with conscious effort to calm your body, to help calm your brain, and to reduce the level of cortisol in your body, and to increase the level of serotonin and dopamine and those healthier neurochemicals that activate your prefrontal cortex. So with the stress response, you have adrenaline and cortisol that trigger that fight or flight response that can be very empowering for people when they're angry and they're upset and they feel this rush of adrenaline and they want to attack, they want to fight, they want to do something. The practice when you're in that state to really get to that critical thinking and problem solving area is to be aware of how you're feeling, and that there is a part of your brain that is behind that. And then the knowledge of knowing, how do I calm that part of my brain to engage this higher functioning part that is the prefrontal cortex, that allows you to really analyze and observe and think ahead. So as a problem solver, the amygdala is reactive, the prefrontal cortex is proactive. So it's your prefrontal cortex that needs to be engaged to really come to a solution to solve a problem. This is also why I use the term open mind as an acronym, because we tend to throw this word around as though it's just something people should be able to do without understanding how the brain works. And that really, to have an open mind means that your prefrontal cortex is engaged and your amygdala is in a low stress or calm state. So how do you do that? You have to get oxygen to your brain through breathing, through proper cardiovascular health, through processing. So whether that's journaling or processing your emotions, being aware of your emotions, doing certain practices you need to help process your feelings, to exercise again, if you can get your body to release that stress and to help kind of burn off that cortisol, you're helping your brain get to a more relaxed state. And then of course, nourishing your brain. So water, eating, proper nutrients so that your brain has all of the building blocks and essential ingredients that it needs to operate the best. So I use this acronym as open mind to really get people, raise awareness about what it means to engage your prefrontal cortex. That really is a practice and a process that takes some effort. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the 40 Fit video you just watched. In the meantime, exercise your mind.